Hey, welcome back. This is Billy Rhodes and Jeff Rhodes. We're with Crossroads Consulting. Um, we try to find solutions to help individuals and business owners provide better services to yourselves and to your clients. One of the things we've been talking about is the self-employed tax credit. And this is a way for independent contractors, gig workers, to receive a COVID tax credit from 2021. We've had a few episodes out here on YouTube. If you haven't seen them, check them out. At the bottom, there will be a link that you can click on and get more data. It'll send you right to the Gig Worker Solutions page where there's all kinds of videos and data. But Jeff, one thing I wanted to talk to you about today is I was talking to a friend of mine. He's a retired police officer, but he has a band and they do a lot of gigs every year, and he 1099s all his band members. And I was talking to him, and he was really affected by COVID. Not only did he get it, but then also, restaurants weren't open. He couldn't play. So I sent him to this link, and he went through the calculator, and he's going to, according to the calculator, has a chance of getting over $10,000 back.
Fantastic.
So he's going through this process, and you had mentioned that you spoke to the folks at Gig Workers, and they have a whole team of support staff.
Man, I'll tell you what. Gig Workers partners with Anchor Accounting Services, which is a national accounting service. They actually own the Gig Worker Solutions platform, which caters exclusively to the gig worker, the self-employed individuals. They have over 3,000 case managers. Once you register, and that's the key next step, you want to register by clicking on the link. You go through a process. You find out how much you qualify for, as Phil did. And once you register, you're assigned a caseworker. You can call that caseworker. You can communicate with that caseworker. They'll walk you through it because, look, this is an IRS program, so it's going to require you to take some certain steps. But they've also streamlined the process. It's not so much that you have to now go retrieve your tax returns from 2020, 2021. They actually have a resource that they've been approved by the IRS to provide information on your behalf that will satisfy the IRS requirement in submitting for this self-employed tax credit. It does sound a little bit complicated. Anything you're dealing with the government or the IRS, yes, there's some complications to it. But man, I mean, if Phil is going to get $10,000, and what if it takes him 3 hours to complete this entire filing process, all of the steps? 3 hours or $10,000 divided by 3 hours, that's a pretty good hourly rate. I think that's a pretty good use of my time.
Mm-hmm.
The ROI is substantial. So yes, the key here is going to the link. You might have to copy and paste the link into your browser URL address window. But yes, once you start the process, Gig Workers is there.
And they have a process to where if you were to do this through the IRS, it could take 18 to 22 weeks to get your money back. But they have set up a program that allows you to get your money back in about 10 to 15 days. And it's utilizing a credit union. And basically, they're going to pay you based on what your criteria allows you to get. And then they will get the money from the IRS. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's an interesting process as well to be able to get your money from on a cash advance basis. There's more than one credit union that's involved, and these are big, well-established credit unions. Yes, they advance you the money. Now there's an interest that they charge, but interestingly enough, Phil, who's eligible for $10,000, the IRS will pay an interest on that $10,000 going all the way back to 2021. And look, I don't know the exact interest rate that they'll pay, but I was told that it was over 20%. So in addition to Phil being eligible for $10,000, he's going to get interest on that $10,000 potentially up to 20% or even 23%. It's crazy. So, yes, you can get your money in 10 to 15 days versus the traditional methods of communicating with the IRS and getting a refund, which could take, 4, 5, 6 months. So, you got nothing to lose. There's no money up front. There isn't any loans that you're required to repay. It makes all the sense in the world, and Phil is excited, I'm sure, that he's sitting there looking at $10,000 just dropping out of the sky.
Right, right. So the key is click on the link below to Gig Worker Solutions, set up your little account with them, go through the calculator. It's no harm, no foul. You'll see what you have. If there's a significant amount, you make the decision whether you want to continue the process. It's that simple. So thank you, Billy and Jeff, Crossroads Consulting.